Thank you for listening to Two Talking Arseholes. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
New titles for a new season. We're in season 3, even though it says season 2 down there. I don't know why it says season 2 down there, but it's season 3 of Talking to Our Souls with me, Steve Henn, and over there we have.
There's no interest in our podcast, Steve, but there's interest on the rates, Mr. Singh.
There is interest on the rates. There is. We've got all that to look forward to. In fact, I don't know why we're talking, because we're just all doomed. So, what do you think of the new titles, Av?
You all right?
I said, look, we've got new titles. That'll fill 5 minutes if we've got nothing to talk about. And he goes, they're all right.
Well, no, it makes a nice change. I would say we look a bit. You look a bit lost there, and I just look like I'm reminiscing about my younger years and missing them.
I always, yeah. I think we all miss our younger years, but I'm always. I think that's that. Yeah, I've had to change. I haven't had to change stuff, but we've changed stuff. It's the dawning of Liz Truss, isn't it? Really. So. It looks like she's well out in front. I don't want to talk about Liz Truss or Rishi Sunick, even though I've just said that I don't want to talk about them.
We're going to have to mention it, aren't we?
No. Let's talk about what everybody else is talking about.
The Lionesses have brought football home. Now it's down to the rest of us to make sure it stays here. Do you think it's all over? It's only just begun.
Do you think it's all over? It's only just begun. Now, people are giving Gabby plaudits for that, thinking that she's like invented that saying, but the Carpenters actually did It's Only Just Begun. And also, they think It's All Over, It's Only Just Begun was done about 4 years ago as well for an England song for the England, whatever, World Cup it was 4 years ago. European Cup. I don't know, because of the pandemic, I have no idea where we are in World Cup parlay. Because the Euros were two years late?
Year late, and then World Cup, this is a few months late.
The World Cup is bloody in the hot country, innit? It's in we didn't spend much money on it, Qatar.
Yeah, it's in Qatar where they're paying 50p an hour.
They could deliver people shopping for that.
Rishi was well impressed, thinking, why can't we do that here?
They are thinking about it, though, aren't they? They are thinking about it. I think they bribed people, did they not, to have the World Cup in Qatar?
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
I don't know if they did. Is what you're saying?
It'd be interesting to see if they would apply to have the women's football. I'm sure they wouldn't let them wear shorts. To actually even drive to the venue, I imagine.
No, can they drive now? In can they? As obviously they are the underclass. Yeah,
no, Saudi.
I think
Saudi, can't.
No, Saudi you can now. Apparently, I'm pretty sure that happened not so long ago. But you can't apply your makeup as you're driving. So we didn't talk about the women's football last week, mainly because I thought everybody else would be talking about it. But is it not a good thing?
Well, did a gig that night, and there wasn't many people there, so not in that respect, was it?
That's right. I didn't even ask you how your gig went last week. Is that because we actually recorded it before the football and before your gig?
No.
I think it's good. It's good in the grand scheme of things. I think it's good because it'll encourage more people to think that girls can play football. Allowed rather than can. Because I know that a lot of girls, when they get to 14, they can't get enough people to form a team because they can't play with the boys after 14.
It's quite strange, isn't it, that how things work out? That
I'm assuming that's why they can't play with the boys. I can't see it's about leg breaking or anything like that.
That's quite disturbing, which is what I did put there. So I think I'll probably just forget.
I
what
think
saw and move
so.
on.
Oh, congratulations to the two people who won Love Island. I
Yeah?
assume it's two people. I don't know. It's a big thing, apparently. Everybody loves Love Island.
nonsense.
We're down with the kid. Hashtag Love Island. But apparently they've split up already, and they only won it on Sunday, did they?
Oh, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
You don't love Love Island?
No, I don't watch that.
Okay.
I'm very traditionalist, Dave, when it comes to television. I like some mothers ain't half hot, mum.
Some
And,
mothers ain't half hot, Mum.
And
That's a bit worrying. Cougar Sing! That's where you should introduce yourself.
that's a new show that I'm thinking of developing there, Steve. It combines those two together.
Some
And,
mothers ain't half hot, Mum. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a combination of some mothers do have them, and it ain't half hot, mum. There's one for Channel 5. If anyone for Channel 5 is watching, yeah, talk to me.
So your mother's quite hot, is she? And how old is she? Is that the questions you'll be asking them?
No, it'd be like you have to be like Frank Spencer kind of character who's presenting it. Betty.
But if it's some mothers aren't half hot, so it'd be like some mothers are good looking and some mothers are ugly. And I don't.
Yeah.
Ugly is skin deep, people.
You have a Frank Spencer who's kind of the they call it the voiceover guy.
Okay. So this is
Right.
Betty, and she's here with her son Michael.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And then you would have so just call them challenged mothers, right?
Okay.
And some. Well, you have a mixture, won't you? You have a mixture.
Would it be a mother and son game show, or would it be mothers having it off with younger boys?
Well, no.
I'm not saying having it off, but relationships.
You'd have ex-footballers on there, like Wayne Rooney.
We gave him a hard time last week.
Oh yeah, Wayne Rooney, Frank Lampard,
Bobby Moore, Peter Lorimer, Billy Bremner.
all dead, Steve. You could have Stan Collymore. He was a bit of a player in his day, wasn't he?
Stan Collymore would play for the Villa, did he?
Yep. Well,
Then he's not allowed in our TV show. Anyway, we're not doing football. We're doing it. You ain't half hot, my stepmom. Do have them. That was better than talking about the female football. Thing is, with the female, everyone's been talking about the women's football all week. All week they've been going on about how brilliant it was. And yes, it was brilliant, but they seem to be still. It's still a gender thing, and I don't think there should be any gender now. I think we should just call them England and England. So England. For the women players and England for the male players.
now there was an issue. Was it on BBC? And the presenters highlighting that first team had no black players in it. Kind of forgot about that, didn't they? Now they won it.
They'll forget a lot of things because we won, and like they've. But this is something that popped up as well, which I found hilarious, and this sums up why people get so excited about us winning. But there's a couple of footballers of colour in there, Av.
No, but they were in the first team.
They better play better then.
They were all right on the night, weren't they? I tell you what, I was not surprised about is that there was no trouble.
Apparently there was queues to the toilets at half time. What I really liked was the way they celebrated afterwards and the way they celebrated the next day. They just didn't care. They just enjoyed themselves. But I think that's the thing. There's testosterone with the men's game, and this whoa, look at whoa. Where the women, it's like, yeah, let's have some fun. Let's not. I'm better than you. There's none of that going on. I suppose that's because they're used to centuries of being labelled as second class.
So was the Queen.
Second class.
Well, you can get second class stamps of her, can't you?
You only buy second class stamps now because first class you need a mortgage.
I'm gonna say you wouldn't post anything anyway, would you these days? So.
Well, no, because they're going on strike as well. The postal workers are going on strike. I said I thought they went on strike in 1995. Shall I read you my letter?
Go on, then.
It's from. It came to my house. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Department for Levelling. No, it's from the government. Department for Levelling Up Housing and Communities. This is how much they appreciate me. Dear Sir or Madam. Right, this is how much they appreciate me. Dear Sir or Madam. We have enclosed a £5 post office voucher for your household. They give me a £5 postal order, which is good.
Yeah, you could buy.
I'm not going to let him in.
No, you won't answer it. You make time and say, you know what? There's no houses for young people. There's all the Asians and blacks coming over from Dover, right? Taking all our houses, yeah? Having 50 family members in there, taking all our benefits, eating all our swans, riding all our donkeys, hey? That's why. And
you know me so well.
They'll still be gone. You know, Boris, he was the best bloody thing to happen to this country. Tell you, since white bread, not brown bread, white bread.
Yes. Is that Sunek's code name now? Hovis, you can call him Hovis.
No, he used to call him Samosa.
Is that true, or is that just you?
No, it's just me.
Oh, God, I would have believed that. I'd have believed Boris would have been so fucking unpolitically correct to call him some sort of bargy.
Because he's brown on the outside and white in the middle.
Anyway, we could do culinary things instead of In Liz We Trust and Rishi Samosa.
No, he's not called him Samosa. Gives the impression that he's Indian.
Plum Duff.
But Liz Truss she likes to talk about cheese, isn't she? So she's cheese.
Oh.
You see it? What kind of cheese would she be? Hey, damn.
That is a disgrace.
Can you buy for £5? You get some.
You
bread.
can buy
Milk.
20 seconds of electricity.
It's going round, isn't it? They're saying you should cancel your direct debit, stop paying in October. You should write to Rishi Sunick.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to read it. So, what else?
Well, Greggs had made less profit this year. Prices are going to go up. They're going to open up later and close later as well.
They're going to open later.
Yeah, not all stores. I imagine there's certain stores like in city centre or something.
Well, yeah, no, because I knew a lad who worked at Greggs at New Street, and he used to say it was really busy in the mornings, and then at lunchtime.
Imagine a Greggs stopping up till about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You know, the pissheads going in for like sausage rolls.
Oh dear! Instead of a kebab, because a kebab's £10, they'll have a £5 sausage roll.
You give me a fucking vegan sausage roll, you bastard! Sorry, sir, that is actually pork. I can't taste the bloody pork. It's going to be horrible. Wait, there's two in Wolverhampton.
There's two near me. There's one I could walk to, and there's one in the town centre. I can't see them being busy in the evening, though. The one that you walk to is by a 24-hour garage, but the 24 garage has got a Subway in there. Food.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you imagine, though? For some people, that might be about it. You're pissed and you have a bacon sandwich.
To be fair, I'd rather a bacon sandwich for £3.50 than a kebab for a tenner.
Greggs might have something here. Not so much as sausage rolls.
Bacon sandwich and a caramel-coated donut. I'm having it. Having it large.
You wouldn't want anyone eating in after coming out the pub, would you?
Oh, Star Trek.
I tell you what pissed me off, Steve, about Star Trek.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, even before I knew the story, I don't like him. What they're going to do? What they're going to do? He's going to come out. He's going to be Khan, is he? And he was, Steve.
He was Khan.
Anyone who watches Star Trek out there, who's a fan of the original one with Khan, the actor was not Pakistani. Khan is a Pakistani Muslim name, right? And his story was he was from Pakistan. He wasn't Pakistani, but he was brown and he was Spanish, and he had an accent. So you know he was foreign. The name matched the voice and his complexion. Benedict Cumberbatch is playing a Pakistani character. What?
Heck. Is this because you watched it again recently? That this is.
Well, it came on the other day. I've seen it before, but it came.
Yeah, no, I have, but I can't put the that would make me feel uncomfortable. If I watched it now, I'd feel. But I'm sure at the time I didn't feel uncomfortable.
when I was young, having a character like that who is from the subcontinent, you think that's a big deal. That it's in the 80s.
Yeah.
This was he's a main character to the film, and he was in the original series. That's a great thing about that film. They went back to the series. Kirk banishing him to that planet. They went and cocked it up because they forgot all that bit, and then they got a white guy to play a guy from subcontinent. At least brown him up a little bit.
I'm gonna have to watch a bit of it, but I bet I feel uncomfortable because at the time you don't. So, there's certain things now that I see that I used to watch, and this is like 80s rather than, and it's incredible how awful we were in the 80s.
Hey, you bastard, Captain the Kirk. You left me on the bloody planet by myself with my friends, and the bugs are going in my ears, eating my brains. Huh? You're a proper racist bastard. Huh? That's like what you did in South Africa. You're apartheid.
That would work. I'd watch that scene. Oh, I'll tell you what. Well, let's do a movie time because Av wants to review Batgirl.
Oh, it's movie time, it's movie time, it's movie time with Av. Sing.
So, even before I could review and say it was shit, Warner Brothers realised how bad it was and cancelled it after they made it.
The 90 million they spent on it.
So yeah. So I can't review it, but I can review it because it was shit.
Oh, they did actually send the film out to some focus groups, and they didn't like them.
It was cheaper to write it off than
That's
to
terrible.
release it.
Wow.
Some of the filming was in Glasgow. That's why they cancelled it.
Look at this. I discovered this today, Av. I'm really quite excited. Phoenix and Gaga. Joker. Folie de. October 2024. That's the new Joker film with Lady Gaga and River Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, you're right. There was talk of her being Harley Quinn, is it?
Yeah. That's my parrot impression. But yeah, no, she announced it today that she is actually in the film and it's not out until October. Don't say that. Av, did you see the first one?
Yes, but I like
Did you think
Gaga.
it was did you think that was the best film ever, The Joker?
You know something? It didn't need to be called a Joker. It would have been a good film.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I totally
didn't
agree.
have to be called Joker. It just
It could have been called Film.
Yeah, it could have been called
Really? It was a great film. It was an incredible film. It was on another level for me, that film. So surely the next film will be good.
Lady Gaga, I think she's a
good actress.
She's a decent actress.
I didn't say decent. I said she's good.
I think she's okay.
There we go. Okay is the middle,
Except the House of Gucci.
I'll just say the House of Gaga. But I haven't watched it yet, so I can't comment.
You don't need to watch it. You can just see. I've seen the reviews. Even saw the reviews. I just saw them doing the Italian accents, and they were terrible.
I think, I get that, but I still feel that you can still do a bad accent and still be a great actor. Look at you, for example. Con!
Or if it's John Wayne, get on your horse and give me your nan.
Is that some mothers ain't half hot, but not as hot as me nan?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I tell you something about John Wayne?
No.
So why don't you like Cumberbatch?
He just seems to play the same character in every freaking thing. It just takes a little bit out around the edges, make it a bit different from that, but it's generally the same thing.
See,
Twat.
People used to say, but people used to say that about Michael Caine, and I think Michael Caine was a phenomenal actor.
There's a character about him, isn't there? Something cheeky about him when he was younger. Whereas Benedict Cumberbatch is just a twat.
Yeah, but you can't say Cumberbatch is a twat if he's acting somebody else. Otherwise, you're just looking at Cumberbatch. I don't know him And I could say he's a twat, but I like his acting far more, so I won't say he's a twat. Whereas Idris Elba, I don't think he's a good actor, and I think he's a twat. Now, he might not be a twat, but his acting makes me think he's a twat.
But he depends how like Benedict Cumberbatch takes himself very seriously as an actor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, he is very meth.
But the impression I get from Idris Elba is he doesn't do that, and I don't think he takes himself seriously.
Yeah, he's one of those that just turns up for the check.
But wasn't it the fact that he did that TV series, The Wire? Wasn't it? That was a good show to be on, and he was a good character to play.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, he's been living up. I think he's been living up to that maybe, but I don't. As a person, I think he comes across someone you can get on with. I think.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't, but I think he's attracted because of his acting. I'm sure that I'd probably get along with him better than Cumberbatch if I was in a pub. I get that. I get that.
Remember, he did the TV show. He's playing Sherlock Holmes with Sherlock.
What, Idris Elba?
No. Cumberbatch, didn't he? He did like a modern day.
Yeah.
What's his play? Watson, was it?
Oh yeah. The Hobbit, Martin Freeman.
Martin, right? And they didn't get on, did they? That's why it came to an end. So
I just thought it was poor writing.
And it was his acting. He overacted that. Oh my god!
I love Sherlock Holmes. Love Sherlock Holmes. And I think every person who plays Sherlock Holmes has to be over the top.
I've never heard of anyone not getting on with Martin Freeman, and then them two didn't get on.
But Martin Freeman told a story on Graham Norton that was very disturbing when he was in The Hobbit, to do with masturbation in a group thing. So, if I've got enough money to put the electric on, I'll be back next week. Will you be back next week?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It depends who comes out on top, Rishi or Old Trust.
Yeah, you've just made that sexual. Who's going to come out on top, Lizzie or Sunick? Oh, I can't. I don't want to look at that now.
There's a bit. I think there's a bit of tension between them. Soon should get
Sexual
over and done with. Yeah.
I did say this ages ago that I do think, because my son said, why do they like Liz Truss? And I said, to be fair, she's quite attractive to most of the old men in the party. I would think most of the old men in the Conservative Party would look at her and think she's very attractive.
You get Rishi in a blue dress and a white wig and a pearl necklace.
Yeah. When Am says a pearl necklace, he actually means a pearl necklace. But... he'd look like a munchkin. You
mean?
Right. When you said put Rishi in a blue dress and a blonde wig and a pearl necklace, I said you actually mean a pearl necklace. You know. You're just trying to fish me in, and I'm not being fished. I'm not.
God.
See you next week.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So